So tonight we thought it would be a good idea to have a bit of a snout around to see if any of them are any good.
This funny-looking little thing is the Nissan Cube, and it's the best-selling car in Japan.
The trouble is that stuff which goes down well in Japan won't necessarily work here in Britain. I mean, there are vending machines on the streets of Tokyo where you can buy dirty knickers.
I think the first of many problems this car might have if it were to come over here is the way it looks.
You see, a Ferrari is aggressive and beautiful, so it covers the two most important bases in car design, sex and violence. Doesn't matter whether it's a Ferrari or a Ford, that's what we want. Something which excites the ancient part of our brain, something that makes us a little bit frightened.
This isn't frightening at all, and that's because it's as square as Sophie Ellis Bextor's head. The square simply isn't a frightening shape. Square is not a frightening concept. A house, square, not scary. Cheese, square, not scary. And then there's this place. Tunbridge Wells. The Cube seemed to fit right in here with its mild blue rinse and its chocolate box cuckoo clock looks.
There is one thing to be said for the Cube's styling. If you don't like it from this side, you perhaps think this pillar's a bit thick and heavy and you don't like these vents, simply look at it from the other side where we find a window instead of a pillar and no vents at all. This is the first car I've ever come across that's different on one side than the other. Apart from the Rover 800, of course, though that was different by accident. They just didn't build it properly.
So, what about power? Well, underneath the lopsided body, it's actually a Nissan Micra. That means you get a not at all scary 1.4-litre engine, which results in a relaxing 0 to 60 time of 13 seconds and a soothing top speed of 103.
Actually, I'm lying. It isn't soothing at all. It's very noisy, and it's got the worst automatic gearbox ever in the whole world. Every time it changes down, it's like you've been hit up the back by an articulated lorry. And it's got an overdrive. I haven't seen one of those for 40 years. Welcome back to the 70s with the smooth sound of the Nissan Cube.
You can have the Cube with the CVT gearbox, but that's not really to be recommended.